Every year, modern humans spend thousands of dollars to subject themselves to freezing temperatures, physical exhaustion, and severe conditions. For 99% of human history, doing this voluntarily would have seemed irrational. The horizon wasn't a destination, it was a threat. Nature was a force to be escaped, not a place to vacation. Historical travel meant facing starvation, disease, and the very real possibility of never returning home. Crossing a mountain range or an ocean carried stakes that modern tourism has entirely erased. People moved across landscapes only when survival demanded it, driven by the requirements of war, the necessity of trade, or the desperation of migration. The modern adventure industry is a total historical anomaly. We have taken our ancestors' greatest fears and packaged them into a global lifestyle. Before the arrival of satellite precision, explorers mapped the globe through sheer risk, pushing into unmapped territory with no certainty of what lay ahead. Polynesian seafarers crossed thousands of miles of open water, relying on wave patterns and stars to navigate an environment where one mistake was often fatal. On the Silk Road, merchants led caravans through landscapes where water was scarce, and the environment offered no room for error. Because humans survived these conditions for millennia, our brain's internal architecture evolved specifically to manage risk. Our neurological systems were built to reward hypervigilance and physical adaptation. We evolved chemical feedback loops that prioritize environmental awareness and the ability to react to sudden threats. We are built for uncertainty. Navigating the unknown isn't just a historical footnote. It's the primary function our brains were designed to perform. Industrialization changed the map. With the arrival of railways and steamships, the physical danger that once defined travel began to evaporate. We engineered a modern world of climate control and paved roads, creating lives that are almost entirely predictable and physically shielded from primal threats. This creates what researchers call an evolutionary mismatch. We have an ancient, threat-detecting brain running on hardware that was never meant for such a sterile, controlled environment. Without immediate physical challenges to solve, this system begins to malfunction, resulting in a modern baseline defined by chronic anxiety and a sense of emotional detachment. When lightweight outdoor gear became available after World War II, it gave ordinary people the tools to re-enter the wild on their own terms. By the 1970s, young travelers traded city comfort for remote trails and dusty buses, a collective shift to artificially recreate the risk our biology still craves. Why does an exhausting mountain trek feel more authentic than a week at a comfortable resort? In an unpredictable environment, the brain's dopamine system engages differently. Navigating uncertain terrain forces you entirely out of autopilot and pulls your active focus squarely into the immediate present moment. This chart visualizes attention restoration theory. While the constant stimuli of digital life deplete our cognitive energy, the complex, organic patterns found in nature actively repair that mental fatigue. Physical stress simplified the mind, and your priorities are reduced to finding water or setting up a tent before a storm. All of your modern anxieties are forced to temporarily disappear. Overcoming these physical barriers creates a sense of genuine confidence. It builds memories that are more vivid because they were forged through physical effort rather than passive observation. We don't seek out hardship because we want to suffer. We do it because it's the only way to re-engage the ancient sensory focus that our biological system was designed for. But as the desire for wilderness travel grew, the rise of social media shifted the focus from the internal experience to the external image. Extreme environments were quickly converted into visual status symbols. What started as a personal search for raw experiences became a performance for a digital audience. This created a new tension. Places like Mount Everest, once valued for their isolation, are now overcrowded and threatened by the scale of commercialized tourism. It raises a difficult question. When we step into the wilderness today, are we connecting with the land or just capturing content for our followers? Despite the noise of the digital age, the core instinct that drives us toward the horizon remains unchanged.
For more content like this, like and subscribe to our channel.